Hi, everybody. My name is Sara Ardrey-Graves. I serve St. Paul's Episcopal Church in Winston-Salem, and I have been elected to serve as a deputy to General Convention in the clergy order. I'm very excited to be a part of this. This is my first time ever going to General Convention and also my first time serving as a deputy. So this has been a season of learning for me. I have served as priest in the Episcopal Church in various dioceses and various jobs for 12 years. And I have never really, throughout my time as a priest, never really done a lot of work in understanding our legislative and our common life in terms of General Convention. As a priest, I often teach people, what unites us is this book. The Book of Common Prayer is how we are ordered by our worship. We are united as people of common prayer through this book. And when I teach confirmation classes, that's kind of the first document I cite. This document, the Constitutions and Canons, is not something that I have really had a lot of involvement with. So it came as quite a surprise to me that I was placed on the Constitutions and Canons Committee in our organization of all the different legislative committees that receives resolutions. So I've had to do a lot of learning. Our Constitutions and Canons is a document that orders our common life from everything from administration, organization of dioceses, property, leadership, as well as making statements about our theology in terms of worship and ministry, how priests and deacons and bishops are educated and trained and ordained, and everything from in the Title IV section of the canons, how to deal with problems as they arise when priests, bishops, or deacons that may violate some sort of law or rule, what to do when you have kind of rogue dioceses, rogue churches that no longer want to be a part of the Episcopal Church. All of that is contained in this book, so pretty hefty. And my committee edits any resolutions that are received that might edit this document. And we will either accept or reject those resolutions. We can also put forward resolutions of our own. So far in our work, and we've been meeting since January, the Constitutions and Canons Committee has received about 16 or 17 resolutions. And I got to tell you, some of these are pretty deep in the weeds. There's a lot that has to do with editing some of these canons in a pretty minute, detailed sort of way. There's one resolution that's about, literally, I want to take out a word from one of the titles. There is, several resolutions that have come forward editing from the Title I section that has to do with the administration in the Episcopal Church. So revising the title of the Executive Council's bylaws, clarifying the Standing Commission's mandate, allowing lay persons who become ordained or priests who become bishops to serve out their terms on standing committees. So organization about how our life together looks. I was on the subcommittee for Title II and Title III, and we just had, I think it was 2 or 3 resolutions that we looked at that was really cleaning up antiquated language that's still in the canons that's no longer used. We took out language about the provincial court, which is no longer a body that we work with. We also corrected an oversight in a 2018 canonical amendment about the consent of majority of bishops with the standing committees prior to the election of a bishop suffragan. And we also looked at some, hold on, I have all my notes here, written objections to the election of a bishop diocesan. So I think this might sound sort of in the corner, in the weeds, a little bit irrelevant. And I want to urge you to explore this as something that is not. This is something that really can come down to how a diocese, how churches, how individuals can engage with leadership and with the ways that our church is structured. So far, these resolutions have been debated. There are several that have been accepted. Majority have been accepted. We did reject 2 or 3, and then we also had some that were sort of overlapping that we just sort of let stand, or we sort of let fold because the other resolutions were sort of consumed them. And then we had a few that we kind of had from the committee, the allow for the delay of regular general convention, which is relevant to this year because we are meeting for fewer days. So this is something that one of our deputies proposed and would become a new resolution that allows for our regular meeting in general convention to allow for delays that may need to take place because of the pandemic. I'm really excited to get to be a part of General Convention this year. I am curious to see what else unfolds for us and how our business will be conducted, and really thrilled to get to go to Baltimore. So I am excited to tell you more once I see on the other side what this looks like in just about a week. So thank you.